The sun cast a brilliant golden hue on the city streets, painting the tall buildings in a warm light as I gingerly stepped out of the imposing granite facade of St. Lucia's Hospital. Birds soared above, their songs adding to the symphony of honking taxis and distant chatter. I had just regained my sight. The surgery, pioneered by the city's best, promised not only to restore vision, but to enhance it, revealing the world in unprecedented vibrancy. Excitement coursed through my veins as I imagined witnessing the world's beauty. However, instead of the lush colors of life, a far more sinister layer of reality began to unveil itself to me. As I hailed a taxi, the rich aroma of freshly baked bread wafted from a nearby cafe. But my focus was stolen by an elderly woman. She wore a purple hat with flowers embroidered on it, and was ambling by with a worn-out leather handbag. Shockingly, a shadowy apparition clung to her frail form, its ethereal fingers tracing her silhouette, and its sinister whispers barely discernible against the backdrop of city noise. My heart raced, and I rubbed my eyes, attributing this haunting vision to a temporary post-surgical illusion. My relief was short-lived. The taxi journey, the plush seats still warm from the previous occupant, only intensified my unease. As we passed a bustling school, its red-bricked walls adorned with colorful murals, I saw spectral entities encircling certain children and adults. Their haunting forms seemed to mirror the depth of their hosts' concealed misdeeds. Children with innocent giggles had lighter shades, while some adults bore darker, more grotesque figures. The sight was chilling. At a traffic stop, bathed in the red glow of the traffic light, a man in a crisp business suit crossed the street. An enormous specter with razor-sharp claws enveloped him, sending a cold shiver down my spine. My involuntary gasp of horror drew a confused look from the driver, his eyes momentarily meeting mine in the rearview mirror. Desperate for reprieve, I made my way up to my third-floor apartment, the familiar scent of old wood filling my nostrils. I hoped that within its confines, I could escape this nightmarish reality. But as I flipped through TV channels, using my worn-out remote, the spectral companions persisted. A silver-haired news anchor, impeccably dressed and reporting on a recent citywide tragedy, wasn't alone. A grotesque creature sat beside him, its wicked whispers merging with his broadcasted words. My hands trembled. The realization was inescapable. I had inadvertently tuned into humanity's darkest frequencies, each secret materializing as spectral entities. That night, as the crescent moon bathed the world in a silvery glow, a soft knock echoed through my dimly lit living room. Opening the door revealed Mrs. Turner, my elderly next-door neighbor known for her delectable apple pies. But tonight, a vile entity gently caressed her wrinkled face, its touch almost affectionate. "Just needed some sugar, dear," she chirped, her voice as sweet as always. Handing her the sugar, my thoughts raced wildly. What did these apparitions signify? Observers, conduits, influencers. Days blurred into a haze of terror. Every reflective surface became my enemy. One evening, a mere glimpse of a shadowy figure behind me in my hallway mirror pushed me over the edge. In a frenzy, I shattered every mirror in my apartment. My last resort was the clinic. The pristine white walls, once a symbol of hope, now felt cold and unwelcoming. The medical team, with their masks of professionalism, expressed genuine concern but were baffled by my experience. Their final verdict was a heart-wrenching choice. Live with this nightmarish sight, or revert to darkness. One foggy dawn, after countless hours of contemplation, my choice was clear. The clinic's operation room, filled with the hum of machines, became my sanctuary. As anesthesia lulled me into slumber, I embraced the familiar darkness. When I awoke, the spectral world had vanished, leaving only memories. In the silent embrace of eternal night, I found peace, free from the spectral horrors that had haunted my every waking moment.